Hi, Geminis. These are your messages for the month of June 2024. Hope you enjoy them. Please let me know if they do resonate. We do have here the throat chakra, so you're being encouraged to maybe speak your truth, communication, possibly if you're into creative arts, then, some kind of creative art that has to do with vocal expression. So this could be like spoken word or music, or acting, I don't know. So it feels like you're being encouraged to express, to speak up, to use your voice. And then you have Kundalini rising. Don't remember what card 16 is. I feel like it may be. So the star, I think, is 17. Let's see. Would be funny if it's here among the cards. The tower, yeah, it is. Okay, it's right here. I could have looked down. So, the tower, so there's something that's kind of surprising, shocking, that's collapsing, that's coming down. And it feels like this was something that you were not aware of, that was difficult, that was challenging, that wasn't working out in your life. And this is an opportunity for you to see certain dynamics or situations in your life that aren't healthy, that you need to change, or that are just kind of changing regardless of whether you want them to or not. What we perceive to be is not the whole story, only that which we understand to the level of our knowledge. So this really explains that tower moment, which I think I didn't do the best job right now explaining. It kind of feels like there's something that's brought to your awareness that was already not working out. And now that you're aware of it, you're able to make the changes necessary in your life. And it's a blessing in disguise because, yes, it sucks to find out that something isn't working out, but at least you now know and you can make changes and corrections, right? The solid of a stone seems impenetrable, but as we look closer, we begin to see space and smaller objects held together. Then we see space above all else, movement where we perceive there to be none, immersion, number 22, which is a master number. It's all about building. Very similar to the 4, because that's what it reduces to. Things are falling away now. The false self can no... Wow, things are falling away now. You have the Tower card twice. The false self can no longer be held. Deep emotions here held for so long at bay are now being felt. The mask is being lifted and the facade is falling away piece by piece, making space for this authentic self to come forward and be realized. Movement, number 31. So this could even be an inner aspect of yourself. I mean, usually when the Tower comes up, it's something in our midst, it's something around us that we were unaware of, but it could be, sure, it could be something in your unconscious that's coming up. There is a lot of unconscious kind of cards here. The Hermit, the Moon, the Tower. So there's a lot of things that are kind of beyond your everyday awareness that are coming up to the surface in June. And I wonder why. I was gonna say in the beginning of the reading, happy birthday to you guys, but I guess I'm saying it now. So yeah, if you were born in June, happy birthday. Hope you have a wonderful month, year ahead. So we're looking firstly at what to keep from the past month, and I'm looking at notes that I made from this month's reading. I mean, I'm posting this in May. So we have 6 of Cups and Judgment from last month, and that was saying what you should keep from April going into May. So there was something that was coming back from the past to be revisited. It could be like a relationship or something like that. But here you're being encouraged to keep your business side of things, like to be business savvy, to keep focused on your career goals, to keep focused on your day-to-day life, to be really present for the things that are happening around you, and conception underneath. So anything that you've conceived in the month of May, to kind of keep flourishing, to keep growing it, like as if it's a garden, right? Let's go with that motif because this looks very much like a garden. My channel's all about that. So something to let go of. In May, we had the 4 of Swords, which was kind of like a silence or a resting time. And I was encouraging you to maybe speak to someone. The Tower, here in June, it feels like you already know something's up, you already know something terrible or something difficult or something even tragic happened, and I'm sorry if that's the case. And to let go of constantly replaying it in your mind or constantly trying to like fix the situation and make it work, it might just be over, and there's a need to kind of accept that so that you can start rebuilding anew or putting your energy into different things that are better for you, that are more healthy, instead of continuing to try to rebuild this broken home or this broken tower or this broken difficult situation that you're in. So I'm sorry to deliver this message, but because it's your birthday month, but, and again, only if this applies, take things with a grain of salt, but the main theme of the month is the Nine of Swords, clarified by the Ten of Swords. So this is really difficult endings. This could be betrayal. This could even be like a level of depression, anxiety, kind of spending a lot of time in your thoughts, difficulty sleeping, difficulty getting rest from something. But the positive is that it's over, right? It's like this tower. It's like something was beneath your awareness. You weren't aware that something was happening. Now you're aware. Now it's over. Now you just need to kind of heal from it. Yeah, that's a tough message. And then for last month, for the month of May, I mean, you had the Eight of Swords. So similar energy. It felt like you were stuck in something mentally. But now it's going from the 8 to the 9 to the 10, so there's progression. I didn't even see that. So it feels like with this progression, you've now realized what happened with the tower, and you're actually ready to let it go and move on with your life and kind of maybe say good riddance or have like, I forget what it's called, but closure, have closure around a situation. And then card 4 is something to be aware of is the unconscious. So there's things that are playing out beyond, like beneath your conscious awareness. That's what we've been talking about over and over again, crazy. It feels like the only thing that isn't talking about that is what you're being advised to do is stay grounded. But otherwise, the theme just kind of keeps coming up for you throughout the month of June. There's a lot of unconscious triggers, and it feels like things are operating on an emotional level with you, and you may feel very upset or very triggered or very overwhelmed by experiences and not know why, and it's leading to confusion, it's leading to disorientation, to kind of a loss of concentration or a loss of effort or a loss of focus, and maybe even like a level of apathy going on in your day-to-day life. And it's important to, well, get some space from that, get maybe a different person's perspective, or just get some space so that you're not overwhelmed. Share the burden with others, like have others that can take care of you and be there for you at this time. Yeah, so for the month of May, you had the Five of Wands as something to be aware of, and that's kind of a lot of challenges, like a lot of fighting, a lot of challenges, a lot of conflict. So yeah, that might be what we're talking about here. Maybe that's a continuation of that message. Yeah, so sorry to deliver that, but something to focus on the month of June is your willpower, your ability to change things, your ability to be a boss, to be an authority in your own life. Kind of get your mojo back with the King of Wands. Like, not be afraid to strike on your own, to do things on your own, to be a leader, to be really strong, to be opinionated even, and like tell people how you want things to be done in certain situations, right? Like if you're a boss in a company or something like that. But it feels like you're really taking on leadership, and that's something important for you to remember in this month and to focus on. Something to do more of is, again, focus on career is going to take you away from all of these troubles, it seems. So new opportunities in career, setting those foundations, sowing new seeds of opportunity, maybe looking for jobs. If this Tower moment was a job situation, maybe it's like a job thing. Yeah, it's going to be different for every person. And again, take messages with a grain of salt, only if it applies. That's important too. For last month, like for May, you had the Fool in this position. So a similar energy of like new beginnings, new starts. And something to let go of is loneliness. Actually, in the beginning, I got the Four of Wands and I wasn't sure what it was saying. But one of the things I thought it might be is being at home too much, like becoming a homebody. So maybe like don't go into your hermit phase too much. Like try to contact friends, go out, especially if it's your birthday month or if you're just finding it really difficult to deal with all this energy that's coming up for you with the Tower and the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Swords and the Moon. It feels like you might need a break from that and just to go and have some fun or meet up with friends that you can even share this with, what you're going through. Not go through it alone is what it's saying. And for the month of May, you had the Three of Wands and the Ace of Coins in this position. So I remember saying like to not be competitive, to not fight with others, to not go at things like just because you want to succeed at something at all costs. It's interesting that the Ace of Coins showed up here in what you shouldn't do in the month of May, but then in June it's showing up in what you should be doing. So maybe there was a difficulty in career for some of you, like maybe there was conflict with that Five of Wands as well. But now it's like you've already overcome some of that and you've seen things for what they are. You've seen people for what they are. Everyone's kind of showing up as they truly are, so you can actually see what's what, right? What are some opportunities coming up for you in June? So we have quite a bit of cards here, like 4 cards. Some of it's struggle and strife, which is interesting. I'm guessing you're clearing it up. There's an opportunity with the Five of Coins to see things that aren't working out for you financially, or even like in love and relationships and family, breadcrumbing, people who are just kind of giving you below what you're worth and treating you below what you're worth to them. Eight of Wands, there may be really swift change and swift communication coming through. You might be making big decisions. That's an opportunity. And here you have preparation with the Nine of Wands. It feels like this is a really difficult cycle you're going through. It could be like a test, but it's a test that's preparing you for better things to come. And with the Ten of Wands following it, I mean, this is a lot. This is heavy, burdensome energy, given that you had the Tower, the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Moon, the Nine of Wands, the Ten of Wands. It's like feeling like you're carrying a lot of this weight on your own. It says the word oppression underneath. So I'm hoping that's not the case for anyone. But if it is, again, like don't spend all of this time on your own. Try to seek help. Try to get others involved and talk to others about what you're going through. It might feel like this kind of fire, like it's a burning situation, like it's an urgent situation that you really need to address right now. And that might be the opportunity for you to actually address it, to talk about it, because it feels like all these cards are difficult. The only card that's kind of offering some relief is the Eight of Wands. And I know that Geminis are like kind of like social butterflies, at least in astrology, that's how it is. So it feels like this is an opportunity for you to get help, to talk to people, to get out there and seek support for what you're going through, if it applies again. And then what's going to feed your soul in the month of June? You have the Six of Wands. So it feels like there's victory over challenges, over situations that you may have found yourself kind of helpless in the past, or situations that you didn't know how to move past, like the Five of Wands, which is the previous card. So any kind of conflict, fighting, competition, it feels like you're now leveling up. You're the King of Wands. You're being encouraged to continue being the King of Coins. So in career, in the realm of career, like you're really bossing up, you're leveling up, you're doing well. And that seems to be feeding your soul. That seems to be feeling really good for you in June. And then something that could give you joy in the month of June is expressing yourself, expressing your emotions, possibly like creative self-expression as well. Even if you're not creative, I feel like it's important for all of us just to get it out there. And then celebrating, I got an extra card for you. So if it is your birthday month, even if it isn't, you know, going out with friends, having a good time, celebrating, even just making simple things like a celebration, like every day, you know, having a special breakfast, doing things in a way that makes you feel special and lucky, dressing differently, talking differently, behaving in a way that makes everything feel special and elevated. And I think that might kind of lighten the load of this energy, because I can see that it's really, really difficult for some of you. So yeah, let's see how else to lighten the load. This seems to be another advice card. When I move my body, I bust through all that blocks me from my true health and vitality. Okay. So part of it's kind of getting back into exercising, getting back out there. And we did have self-expression before with the throat chakra. I welcome abundance, and I will pay attention to the guidance I receive. Yeah, it does feel like an abundant month. It feels like career-wise a lot of success. Otherwise, things seem to be a little bit rocky, a little bit shaky, but you can let me know how it goes in the comments below. I hope you have a great month, and happy birthday. All the best.